Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It feels like forever since I said hi to you guys. But anyway, hi. And let's see what doorway we're going to open today. The doorway is all about awareness and allowance and acceptance. And the word that's coming around me with my clients, in my own life, in my family's life, it's a big word, so I want to speak to that today, and I want to ask every one of you to go in and see where that word falls in your body, but also how it falls in your body. And the word is desperation. Desperation. When someone is so desperate to have something or someone in their life, when desperation rules, it sort of just takes over. And when I say the word desperation, of course, I'm all in my heart. Okay, this is not a head thing, that is for sure. It is a heart thing. It is a feeling thing. It's a consumption of feeling of wanting something so much. It could be needing something so much. Want and need are so different, so we could talk about that another time. But if you asked yourself, when have you been so desperate for something, someone to happen? If you have that sense today, all right, whether this is past, whether it's today, whether it's been a life, okay, a continuum through your life, because the understanding of what that desperation isn't there yet. And that's the piece I want to speak to, okay? So go in for a moment. Just go in for a moment. I don't want this to be heavy. I know it sounds heavy, but this is the gift of everything that may appear heavy, okay? How's this? The gift of everything that appears heavy is that we get to turn it around and find the lightness in it. When we find the uplifting in it, the heaviness goes away, the intrigue happens, the curiosity happens, and then you come to it with a sense of, I want to know. I just want to know. Because when I know and I'm in that place of awareness, I then can allow and accept what is, because it's not taking me into a heavy place and making me feel thwarted or, I'm going to use the word desperate, okay? Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do feeling? But rather, wow, this is why. So let me address those issues, and then I won't have this, oh my God, this is what I'm feeling. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And I'm really going to put that out again, that when I bring up something for all of us to ponder in our group, it may feel heavy, but that's not what my life is about, and that's not what my message is about. The message is that everything that feels thick and mucky can be turned around, or rather than turned around, lifted up. Because if we stay in awareness of everything that goes on, there's no muck, there's no thickness, there's no depth. Now that doesn't mean things don't happen and things don't hurt. I'm not ever negating that, okay? Believe me. Not for me, okay? It's the resolution. It's the resolution of how we look at something so that we don't have to stay constricted and restricted. So, let's get back to that original thought. Desperation. What does that mean? When I did that journey for myself, I always go back to the place of feeling damaged physically, okay? Not being loved enough by my mother primarily, and how I would put myself in desperate places as a result of that, okay? So amazing to have that clarity. You know, I'm in the process of working, of doing some consulting work at ASU with a disabilities program, okay, a studies program. And everything about my message there is we all have abilities. Doesn't matter what the disability is, we all have abilities. And that is the message. So even when we're feeling desperate, even when we're feeling stuck, even when we're feeling like we don't know what to do with something, if we open our eyes and see it through a lightness, through a, okay, how can I make sense of this in my heart and connect the dots with my knowing, my being intelligent to be able to figure through, sorry, there are bugs all over the place, then it won't be so heavy. It'll be doable. It'll be workable. It'll be, wow, this is why, now I know. And the door opening always happens. Always. When we allow ourselves to be present right there with what's in front of us. So I titled this Awareness, Allowance, Acceptance. And please don't misconstrue acceptance as condoning. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about accepting in our heart what is, because that's the place where healing happens. That's the place where shift happens. So think about, just come up with one thing. What is it? That, has there ever been a time in your life? And I can't imagine that everybody's not saying, of course, because that's part of life. Go into the place where you felt or feel so desperate about something. And do an exploratory. Have fun with it. Think about, if that happened today, would you have responded that way in the wisdom and knowing that you are right now? So open the door to the possibilities of that. In a, I'm always saying in a light and fun way. Because if we live in a light and fun way, we are light and we're fun. And the playfulness will always guide us and take us out of the muck. And I see that every day of my life. Every day I know that stronger and stronger and stronger. All right? So have fun with that. And, I also want to talk about, we're not going to get into it right now, but a couple of weeks ago I put out the offering of everybody posting their doorway. All right? Whether it's an archway on the beach, whether it's a doorway in Tuscany, it doesn't matter where it is. Sorry about that, somebody just buzzed me. Where is your doorway? Is it an archway? Is it a closed door? Is it a double door? Is it an open gate kind of doorway? Whatever it is. So I'm going to invite you again. A couple of people responded, but I'm going to invite you again because I see that as the perfect opportunity to start sort of a vision board. Okay, that was kind of my playfulness around it. That we're going to use some kind of doorway that you choose that feels like it opens right here for you, and we're going to play with that as a vision board. Okay, and so I invite you again to do that, and obviously, I hope you do. Anyway, Dee, so good to see you. Thank you for watching, and please comment. All right. Everybody have a wonderful Monday. It is a holiday week. It is Independence Day coming up. Well, we're going to have to talk about that. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Have fun.